Please be advised that everything in my video is purely for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and opinions and are subjective. I must advise you to please do your own research. All media users found on the public domain and are fair use and fair dealings. Hi campers, I hope you're all doing well. Sorry it's been a few days. I just decided to have a bit of a mini break. When you do what I'm kind of doing, as in I haven't got another job, and also then I'm not having a lot of contact like I normally would socially, as we all are, seeing friends and people, I've been spending my time inside social media, and it's actually quite a dark place after a while. You can find yourself getting sucked into things that you don't want to. You end up reading stories that maybe you don't want to, or just, you know, there can be, whilst there's lots of positive stuff with social media and people staying in contact with each other, there can be a lot of negative stuff that does come up. You can come across really nasty people and really nasty stories in the news. So every so often, what I think is better for me is I just check out for a few days. Plus, I don't want to really just make videos for the sake of making videos. I want stuff to actually, you know, feel enthusiastic about, to talk to you guys about. Otherwise, I'd just be sitting here reading off stuff, you know. So there's definitely been some stuff to talk about. So on the 29th of April we had the 9th anniversary of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Catherine and William. There was lots of footage, we had reruns of the wedding, there was lots and lots of pictures all over social media. It really was a fantastic wedding. All these years that they've been together, they have been tried, they have been tested, they have one mini kind of teenage, I think, college sort of breakup, but they have proved to be wonderful members of the royal family. They have definitely brought something new to the royal family, which is positive. They've turned into wonderful parents. You really see Catherine and William, how much they've grown into their roles of late, and then of course the lovely Cambridge children. But of course, with spidey senses going off in the background, most of us that obviously know what Meghan is like, we knew, didn't we? We could almost like synchronise watches going, it's their wedding anniversary, she's bound to do something, there's got to be something. Well, she's in isolation, they did the pat walk feeding the food to the needy. What could possibly they do? Up she pops as like clockwork, but I think it was like 2 p.m. UK time in the afternoon. There she was doing a Zoom call to a young lady who was just going for a job interview, and she was giving her advice through the charity SmartWorks. Now this video irritated me for multiple reasons. One, check out her hairdo. There's been a couple of videos of the Duchess of Cambridge lately. Did anyone think that she's trying to copy her kind of like hairstyle there? A few people have said that she's had lots of work done. I don't think so. Have you ever used Snapchat? Look, I'll do a picture here if this is me before Snapchat. This is me after Snapchat. So you can see here that the teeth go a lot whiter. It does really give you a glowy, dewy complexion. We know the amount of makeup that Meghan normally trows on when she goes to events, or rather her makeup artist Daniel Martin does, aka the crime makeup artist. And she did look very different. She looked very fresh-faced, and I do believe it was down to filters. But this video, it was filmed on the 27th of March, the date stamp, the 27th of March. But of course it got released on the Cambridge's wedding anniversary. I mean, it just makes her look petty, doesn't it? I mean, we knew that there would be something. I mean, normally it's just like PR drops a bomb, but no, it's actually Meghan. Now, it is said that it's actually SmartWorks themselves that have released it, because obviously Meghan doesn't have her own Instagram at the moment, but I wonder who really pushed for that to be done. It's no coincidence, I'm not being funny, that SmartWorks, the charity, knew that it was William and Catherine's wedding anniversary. There was a big build up to it in the media. So who really was behind releasing this footage? I think we can all take a little guess. It really is jealousy, isn't it? It's so sad to be doing that, but then Harry, you know, this is unbelievable that I suppose I don't think he has much choice in it, really. It's his family. He loved Catherine, he loved his brother, they're his nieces and nephews, but no, up pops Meghan, of course, but using SmartWorks as a way to get herself on that front page. Didn't quite work out like that, thankfully, because the Cambridge's news kind of outshone anything that Meghan could really bring to the table. So Meghan was talking to a young lady, a student that was applying for, I think it was like an apprenticeship in psychology, ironically, I know. And, you know, she was telling her, fingers crossed. And then she came out with her cheesy, you're a beacon of hope. I mean, Sorry, it's a real kind of a beacon of hope. Wow. Word salad alert. But I have to ask, SmartWorks is one of Meghan's patronages, right? And there was a bit of gumph from Meghan that was actually put on the SmartWorks. This is from Meghan, and it says, Meghan's message: it's been such an honour to meet and learn from so many talented women in the SmartWorks network over the years. Over the years, she only became a patron in January 2019. She's done a clothing collection and a photography, a photo shoot, hasn't she? You know, she gave a speech when, you know, her clothing capsule with Misha Nunu was released, and she didn't really hang around to stay with the peasants either afterwards, did she, after she got her shots? Because her life revolved around Archie's feeding times, if you remember. Sure. But what sort of advice could Meghan really be giving anyone that's going for a job interview? Everything that she seems to have been given has been handed to her. She wanted to be an actress, so her dad, being the lighting director, got her her first breakout role on General Hospital. She obviously tried to get into acting for a number of years. I don't know at what point, but her uncle got her a job working at the embassy, I believe, in Argentina. That failed. She didn't do very well at that. She decided that she wanted to stick with acting. I think she failed some exams that you had to do, so that job wasn't quite for her. So anyway, she got bit parts as of when she could. I'd imagine it's through contacts and associates, take that as you will. And then obviously she married Trevor Ingleson, who she begged him apparently for bits and bobs on his things that he was producing, but he did get her the contacts. She did eventually get her breakout role on cable TV show in Canada called Suits. Yeah, I hadn't heard of it either, and I haven't watched it. I can't watch it. It's no disrespect to the other actors. I actually really like one of the actresses in it because she was in Firefly, and I absolutely love that show, but I can't watch anything with Meghan in it, just out of a point now. It was obviously done deliberately to be posted on the Cambridge's wedding anniversary. It was predictable that something was going to happen, and I find it childish, and it makes her look childish, even if she wasn't intending it to be. It was just, you could have done it the day before, the day after, the week before. As I said, that video was filmed on the 27th of March. But enough about Meghan, let's talk about the other little Cambridges. We had on the 2nd of May, we had the wonderful Princess Charlotte's 5th birthday. She looked absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing how quickly kids tend to grow at that age. I watch my friends' children, like I don't see them for a few months, and then it's like, whoa, you're 12, hi! She's an absolute cutie. She definitely takes after the Queen's side of the family. She looks very, very similar to, obviously, her father, William. But if you see with the boys, Prince Louis and Prince George, they're very much Grandpa Middleton. Whereas Charlotte, she's got a bit of a doppelganger, actually. Princess Margaret, the Queen's sister, her daughter, Lady Sarah, when she was that age, looks very, very similar. So people have said that they can really see the Queen in Charlotte, but it might be more Margaret. But yeah, she's definitely that side of the gene pool, isn't she? So Charlotte spent part of her birthday with her mother delivering meals to pensioners. The Queen's Sandringham staff have been preparing and delivering meals for pensioners in the area, and she went out with her mum and delivered some of these. Now, could you imagine being that pensioner? You get the knock at the door and you just look out the window, obviously not being able to open the doors and greet people, but you just open your window or pull your curtain back and go to wave, and there's little Princess Charlotte and the Duchess of Cambridge standing there. Even I'd be like, hi! Absolutely amazing though, and I think it's really lovely. Again, it is the Cambridges stepping up, it is the royal family stepping up and doing their bit. Prince William himself managing to steal some headlines. In March, Prince William became the patron to the London Air Ambulance charity. And what he's done is he has allowed them to use Kensington Palace grounds to stop and to refuel, rather than having to do a 45 extra round mile trip during a pandemic when they're helping people to go to the nearest fueling station, which is in Watford. And I just thought, you know, these are things that the royal family do not have to do, but they are stepping up. I think that they do show that they really do care about what is happening in the world. The Duchess of Cambridge herself, she has done some more Zoom calls. I'm loving this. This is one of the great things that's come out of this kind of well, I shouldn't really say a great thing, but you know what I mean? It's a positive thing that's come out of this whole pandemic. We're seeing lots of the Cambridges on Zoom calls, whether it's Prince William, he was apparently doing something with Stephen Fry, doing a bit of a Blackadder sketch. Apparently Prince William was a little bit wooden, but hey, at least he's trying. Then we have footage from our lovely Duchess of Cambridge, Catherine. She was Zoom calling a young couple that were in a maternity ward that have just had a baby boy. Congratulations to that couple. I'll show you a little clip here.
Oh, well, firstly, huge congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is it a little boy or a little girl?
It's a little boy.
Little boy. He's so sweet. Oh, congratulations.
I think it's really good that Catherine was drawing attention to this. You know, there are lots of expectant mothers out there, and obviously being a first-time parent, I understand from friends that it can be very testing, very trying times, and emotionally you're all over the place. So with this pandemic going on, it's really good that Catherine is drawing attention to charities that are helping parents with this very, very stressful time. So the Cambridges on a whole are doing absolutely fantastic. They're really stepping up their kind of roles. They're making themselves known. They are in the public. You know, even though we can't be seen, we're seeing a bit more of them, to be honest with you, with these Zoom video calls. It's just a shame, but no surprise, that Harry and Meghan are still trying to, I don't know, score little brownie points for trying to take PR away from them or from anyone, or just trying to get themselves in a headline, given what is still happening in the world in very scary, unprecedented times. But I'm going to bring something up because it made me laugh. On Friday the 1st of May, we heard the results of the pending court case, Meghan versus the Mail, or Markle v Markle, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, both sets of lawyers, solicitors, whichever you wish to call them, fired the shots together, and the judge decided what he wanted and what he didn't want in the case if it goes forward. So the judge has thrown out pretty much 2/3 of the Duchess's case. Everything that, well, spoke about her feelings, how the Mail were on a personal vendetta to damage her, how hurt she's been, how destroyed she's been. Basically, the judge went, no, 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 we're not going to have that, no. I don't think the judge is going to be asking Meghan if she's okay at any point soon. And judging by the comments that appeared when the story came out, because apparently, you know, this is quite a huge thing that he threw out so much of their case. The newspapers said that it was an absolutely embarrassing defeat at the first hurdle. And to be honest with you, the general public loved it. They absolutely loved it. I went onto social media. There were people tweeting, there were people laughing. Myself, I had a little bit of a chuckle. There were royal reporters laughing about it. There were, if you went onto the comment sections of lots of different newspapers or magazines and stuff, it would seem that the public are no longer falling for, oh, poor Meghan, oh. And it would very much seem that people seem to be rooting for Meghan to not get what Meghan wants. So anyway, I'm now looking forward. I don't know how long it'll be before we hear any more updates on this court case. It is rumoured that the best thing for her to do, lots of people have advised that at this early stage in the court case, to basically settle out of court because it's not going to go in her favour. But I really, really doubt. If Meghan does that, or her team does that, then it's going to look bad on Meghan. If she pushes ahead and she gets humiliated in court, then it's going to look bad on Meghan. I don't see this court case turning out the way that she expected it, but I'm pretty certain that her ego is not going to let this case drop. So I hope that put a smile on your face. It definitely did mine, and I will be back with another video within the next 24 hours. So take care for now, and I will see you soon. Bye.
If you like my video, please remember to like and subscribe. Please angry typists, you will be blocked, so save your fingers the time. If you would like to buy me a coffee, please go to my About page and click the link. Love, Taz.